want to introduce this session segment. This is a really powerful client. He is a hypnotherapist, actually, and he has just become a quantum healer. He wanted to know a lot about his star origins. He wanted to activate his light language. We did. It was super powerful. And I was asked to do an additional light language activation during his session, which I have never done. It was really important, and I was so in the now. He wanted to know about his life in ancient Egypt. He wanted to know about his life in Atlantis. He wanted to know how they all tie together and how it applies to his current life now. And we found it out. He is an incredibly technical person and has incredible information in this short segment. His session, it shifted some things within me too. Hearing his light language, whenever we hear a light language, it activates ours more. It increased my light language. And he and I have a soul connection. So his session just really brought me into a higher state of consciousness. That happens for us as quantum healing practitioners. It can. This work is so powerful. So I want to thank my client for allowing me to edit just little excerpts that are really important in his session and to be able to have them made into a professional edit and posted on my social media. I'm doing this with him because he's so helpful. There's a lot of information here, and it can help a lot of people with if they have answers on Atlantis and Egypt and their star origins. It helped me, so perhaps it'll help you. And I want to thank my producer, Joe Pena, for his amazing and very professional production. Thank you so much. If you are interested in Joe's voiceovers, does amazing voiceovers. If you're interested in his voiceover work or his production work, you can go to his website, joepenaproductions.com. And if you want a hypnosis session with me or join my light community or have a mini session with me, you can get the link at the end. So enjoy this, and when it's your time to work with you, it will align. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Heal the fear. We can heal the fear. All these things are possible in the senses the decision has already been made only insofar by Daniel in that he is curious. We have placed messages and communications in his path that let him know this. And he understands it, and yet there is a sense of hesitance, and that is he is willing also to receive that healing and to shift those patterns.
Because speaking from my own experience as a healer, it's wonderful to have a large array of abilities to express yourself as light in the human form. And because you've put this in Daniel's path, why not allow him to be able to express himself in a multitude of ways as light? Yes?
Yes.
So please heal the past life. Please heal any of the blockages that Daniel has too. Just channeling in general, whether it's transmedium or clear channel or any channeling. Being an oracle, being a channel, using his voice. He was born under the Taurus sun sign, which rules the throat chakra. He should be able to use it at his disposal in a way that helps him and helps others. Please let me know when that healing is complete. What color frequency would you like to use for the healing?
Blue.
Thank you. Let me know when that is complete.
is complete.
Thank you. Do I have your word that you will continue to heal any remnants, any fractals, any mess that wants to try to show up? Sometimes that happens after there's been a healing. Do I have your word that you're going to keep all that clear and keep him open?
I do have the word. The shift that needed to happen has happened.
Thank you. Thank you so much. He has a question about Egyptian life, ancient Egyptian life. He wants to know what was the work that was done. He went to Egypt. He laid down the tomb. He did not have an experience as he desired. Why did you send him to Egypt? Let me ask that.
He understands why he did not like the experience so much. It is because of the potency of the resonance of the place. There is an experience that is not represented anymore in the physicality of the country or that place, but it has it awakens like a scent, the memories, and knowledge of those experiences, and that is why we sent him there, is in order for those experiences to be awakened and for him to deal with the sense of challenge with that and find resolution in there, similar to how we sent him to live in Seattle and experience the same lands and places of remembered past life, where there in the present life there was a sense of challenge being there that found its resolution in the integration of those memories and experiences. And there, in the experience of the Egyptian visiting Egypt, that is similar in the same way. The lifetime of Daniel, the life stream, the path of goes in and out of Egypt, and that is one of the places where the fulcrum of the prismatic shift of consciousness, the coming in of the life into the timelines of the linearity of timeline, that is the folds in on itself, the time folds in on itself in those experiences, time folds in on itself in that way. That is important to understand. And so there is significances there. It is very similar. If he were to read the books or look at the hieroglyphs or understand it, he would understand the truth of these things. And in that way, he needs to expand his mind in order to understand the reality of these folklore or the fantastical aspects of the understanding. And that is one of the things that is being yearned for, and the experience of Egypt in Daniel's life is to accept that, yes, indeed, these things are reality and have a sense of gravity to them, in the way that the Great Pyramids have a sense of gravity to them. Time has folded in on itself, and those beings are somewhat are real in those ways, in that way, in the physical way, actually and truly. In the physical way, actually and truly, these beings are expressed or have some sort of physical expression, reality that is grander or more real than, say, many of the other things that we think are real. And that is an importance, and that is an issue, and that is a path of discovery, is that these experiences are real, and that indeed, yes, indeed, there was some magical expression of grounding the Pleiadian consciousness into the Earth system that is a source of ritual magic that has expanded or extended through the folding in on time, folding in on itself. And those are moments of coherence in that.
Fascinating. Thank you for that clarification. That helped me as well. Is there anything else that Daniel needs to know about his Egyptian life? Besides that time folds there. Obviously, it's a now moment there.
Daniel has had series of dreams in which the lifetimes of Egypt have communicated with him. He understands, he sees the memory of the star field, he sees the standing outside the temple, he sees the nature or the expression of that lifetime, and the sense it is important for him to realize that there are more memories and more dream within his experience than what is consciously remembered. It is a tuning of the being that will help bring those out, and in the sense of the removal of that discerning block will enable him to receive the memory of these experiences in a way that is coherent, and because there is no longer the sense of rejection in the extreme fantastical nature of these experiences, at least from his perspective.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Thank you. Atlantis. He wants to know about his Atlantean self. He wants to know what happened in Atlantis.
The primary thing for him to understand is the being that he speaks to, the Atlantean priest, the scientist that he speaks to, has gone through a series of soul experiences since his time in Atlantis, and is not speaking as one might speak, say, in those moments of time folded in on itself. Rather, that Atlantean is speaking from a perspective of time that has distance from those Atlantean moments. He is not speaking from the Atlantis to this time, say, through something like telepathy. Rather, that its soul fragment experience is on the other side of a gulf, and it is no longer directly connected in with the life and flow of Atlantis in the way that Daniel's soul is directly in his physical body, that sort of thing. The importance there is an understanding of the light body work that the Atlantean did. That sense is there is a more invitation to creativity than what has been previously allowed, even through the several incarnations and connections with that light body experience. And therefore the sense is to allow for growth in the light body itself, rather than the adherence to the Atlantean plan and agenda. That is no longer serving in this way, and maybe set aside for the future developments and growth through the current ascension process.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Now, we did talk. Yes. So, can you activate more of his light language right now? You can use color frequency, you can use sound or tone, whatever you feel is going to be the most optimal tool to use to help Daniel to release any blockages in any of his chakras and to activate his light language. Can you do that now, please?
Yes.
Thank you. And allow him to express himself as he needs to. And let's ask his ego to sit to the side and just learn and allow it to happen. He is completely safe.
Ukana aya ashan ashan ea korasan korasan ea na ea kora pohora na shaka poras ikashana aras porana shumbaya porashna akashna eaka u ana e Anaka ea. Oh. Thank you.
Beautiful. And now I am going to share with Daniel and his system a light language activation. Please be open to receive. Okoro kuhoro na te hara no kukoya ni ia oro no kukoya hara chikara ahara ni kia doi oya shokona shoya boy na he ia oya hey ahono ora to doi daya ya naya hey ahoro to na nia hia hey ahoro to ya tinitia Shaiba hani iaro toto no kukoya harno toto tin nene e horon toto o no koya aya ni ikio o. Open your heart and receive. Take a breath. Very good. Yes, it is important that we also hear others' light language. It does activate our own, and it also helps the ego to step aside. Thank you so much, Higher Self Council, for that. So, let's do a chakra scan. Can you go into the 7 main chakras, please, and see if there are any blocks? Incredible. 9, 10, eyes open, wide awake. Welcome back.
Thanks.
All right, I'm going to clock in the time here. How long do you think, Daniel, that journey was?
I'm going to say an hour and a half.
You went under at 12:44 as soon as Anubis came in the closet. And it is now 2:19.
Wow.
I know, isn't that cool? I knew you would be feeling that it was shorter than it was.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Wow.
I know. That was so powerful. That was amazing. It was amazing. How do you feel?
I feel rested. I feel so relieved in terms of that root energy chakra thing. It was like, oh my God.
Yeah, you seemed like you were very relieved with a lot of the body work, a lot of the energy system shifting and clearing out, getting rid of the vine, getting the templates to go through the mouth and go into the brainstem. That seemed to be a relief for you. All of the clearing of all the old.
Yeah. I was holding a lot, I think, in there. So.
Yeah, you were. That's wonderful. Let's take a break, go to the bathroom, and I'm just going to pause this, and then we're going to come back and we'll just do a quick post interview before we're done.
Sounds good.